There's always something going down in the NBA. The league has continued to show us the best of the best performing within the court, but there's a lot much more going on outside of the court, making for some pretty great drama. In today's video, we'll be talking about how the Warriors have guaranteed Gary Payton II's contract, and all the details you didn't know about it. Gary Payton II's remainder of his contract gets guaranteed. While it's obvious that he doesn't really speak for his boss, the coach of the Warriors, Steve Kerr, decided to make an exception on Thursday. Gary Payton II had to sign a partially guaranteed contract back in October, and the rest of the contract would depend on his performance in the latter half of the season. It was uncertain if he would get the remainder of his contract signed, but now it's been finally confirmed that Gary Payton II will receive a fully guaranteed contract that will cover the rest of his season as well. As for the president of the team, Bob Myers, and CEO of the team, Joe LaCobe, they had other plans on their mind when it came to Gary Payton, and it looks like they'll have to live with the coach making such an announcement, as it seems like this was against their wishes. The coach's statement. The coach of the team said that he was going to make the decision right now and in front of everyone, and he apologized in advance to Bob. He said this before the tip-off was made against the Pelicans in New Orleans. He said it with pride, but also apologetically, that he was going to guarantee Gary Payton II the rest of the season for his amazing performance because he very much deserved to be given the rest of the season's contract. While it was stated that the president and the CEO of the team might have had other ideas on their mind, it seems like there's no question that Myers and LaCobe, as well as the rest of the roster and the coaches, are on board with this decision. It seems that the NBA's official salary guarantee deadline isn't until January the 10th, which was just over a week ago. The team and the coaches said it proudly that he was guaranteed the rest of his contract, and they wanted to assure Payton and his friends that he would definitely get what he has earned through his performance on the court. A little bit about Gary Payton. That's not all about Gary Payton II. He's the son of Hall of Famer Gary Payton, who was lucky enough to snag the final roster spot after a hectic training camp that he had to endure and pour in his blood, sweat, and tears. And he has lived up to his father's name by soaring into the Golden State's playing rotation. The combo guard and basketball player has played in 36 of 37 games and made his 8th start as of Thursday night. Payton's score has been phenomenal as compared to the time he has spent on the court so far, as he has been averaging around 7.9 points and he has been getting around 3.7 rebounds and 16.9 minutes per game. He leads the Warriors and all NBA guards in a field percentage total of about 64.1 and is on the second position on the team in the three-point shooting percentage, which has been stated to be around 41.5. His steal rate's quite impressive considering the time he has spent with the team, which averages around 12.6 minutes, which also leads the team as well. Further remarks by the coach. The coach, Kerr, had much more to say about the upcoming player, Gary Payton. He stated that Gary had been an excellent player on the team, and he has proven his worth on the court, and it would only be fair if he got what he deserved. So, we're giving him the remainder of the contract. Gary's an excellent two-way player. Gary's an excellent player when it comes to playing defensively, but when a person as good as Payton is excellent in the defensive range, the question becomes, can he survive when it comes to playing offensively? And the answer is that, yes, he definitely can. Payton has proven himself to be among the lead players of the team when it comes to the field goal percentage. He's got a knack around every rim, and it's no surprise that everyone has seen it already. He's been an all-rounder whenever it comes to transition or offensive boards or playing in the dunker spot. He's dramatically improved when it comes to his three-point shot. The coach finished off by saying that Gary's the real deal, and he's always going to be in the rotation of the Golden State Warriors whenever it comes to any big game. It was predicted by everyone that the remainder of the contract was going to be guaranteed when it came to Gary Payton, as he has become one of the most valuable players of the team and has been much loved by everyone within the franchise. Lakers are a disappointment at the halfway point. And just like that, we're getting nearer to the halfway point of the 2021-2022 season. And the trade deadline has nothing more than a month remaining. And the All-Star break will be happening shortly afterward. If you think about it, it's still early when it comes to the NBA calendar, but it's still really not quite that early. We've seen enough to make some honest evaluations that look pretty great for some teams and not so great for others. And one of them is the Los Angeles Lakers. It seems to all of us that LeBron James is on an awful tear, but there's only so much that he can do with a roster that's considered supremely flawed, and Anthony Davis who is in street clothes. Entering the play as of last Monday, the Lakers are 21-20, and they seem to be below the play line at this point of time in the Western Conference. The Russell Westbrook deal seems borderline disastrous to us, and it's not because Westbrook has been all that bad, because, relatively speaking, there have been many more goofs on the Lakers team. This is just who he is, and it serves the Lakers and LeBron the right to be chasing a guy whose name has far outweighed his game for quite a while now. LeBron is a cheat code player. The Lakers have found a lot of success when it comes to LeBron playing for them, and with four shooters sans a traditional big of late, but we should keep their recent four-game win streak in perspective as well. It came against the Trailblazers, the Timberwolves, the Kings, and the Hawks, who seem to have a disastrous combined record of 62-90. When the Lakers played against a team that was actually good out on the court, it came back to losing once again, as the recent matchup against the Grizzlies back on Sunday. The Lakers don't seem to be doing too well when it comes to winning teams, as they have a record of 6-12 against them and bleed points defensively, having LeBron at the center of the court. It seems fair to say that many teams like the Lakers have been hit by illness and injury, and if Davis finds his jumper upon his return, it seems like the Lakers can maintain a lot of their small ball advantages. They just better pray Davis is successful in finding that jumper on his return. The best news that we can provide in regards to the Lakers is that LeBron James still looks like a cheat code star who can make sure to disguise what could be a mediocre team into a better one with his amazing plays. And the next thing you know, it's the conference finals, and he's crowned as the best player on the court. This is all about LeBron up to this point, as he has made more 30-point games than any player in the league so far. It's incredible to us how great he still is when it comes to playing a game of ball on the court, and as such, this evaluation could probably look a lot more different in the upcoming month, if not before that. And that's all we have time for today's video. We upload videos daily, so make sure to stay tuned in the future. And with that said, we bid you farewell. We hope you have a great day, and goodbye.